All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning. I'm Gunmala Kapoor. The headlines. Lok Sabha passes Constitution 124th Amendment Bill 2019 to provide 10% quota in jobs and education for economically weaker sections in general category. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls it a landmark moment in the nation's history. Lok Sabha also passes the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Prime Minister to launch several development projects at Solapur in Maharashtra and Agra in Uttar Pradesh today. Information and Broadcasting Ministry hikes advertisement rates for print media by 25%. And the second edition of the Khelo India Youth Games begins in Pune this evening. The Lok Sabha has passed the Constitution 124th Amendment Bill 2019 to provide 10% reservation to the economically weaker sections, EWS, in the general category. The bill facilitates reservation for EWS in direct recruitments in jobs and admission in higher educational institutions. 323 members voted in favour of the bill, while 3 voted against. The AIADMK staged a walkout before the voting. Replying to a debate on the bill in the Lok Sabha yesterday, Social Justice and Empowerment Minister Khelo said lakhs of poor from the general category, irrespective of any religion, will get the benefit.
आरक्षण का प्रावधान ऐसे वर्गों के लिए है, चाहे वो किसी भी धर्मावलंबी के हों, जो वर्तमान में एससी, एसटी, ओबीसी की आरक्षण व्यवस्था से बाहर हैं, ऐसे सब लोग इस प्रावधान का लाभ ले सकेंगे.
Earlier, moving the bill, Mr. Gehlot clarified that this reservation will be given without tampering with the existing quotas for SC, ST and OBCs. Initiating the debate, KV Thomas of the Congress said his party is not against the concept of the bill, but the way it has been brought raises several questions on the sincerity of the government. Intervening in the debate, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley said this is a move to grant equal opportunity to all and will ensure Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. The LJP, TMC, Shiv Sena, BJD, CPIM, JDU and Apna Dal are among those who supported the bill. Reacting to the passage of the bill, Prime Minister Narendra Modi said it is a landmark moment in the nation's history. In a series of tweets, Mr. Modi said the bill sets into motion the process to achieve an effective measure that ensures justice for all sections of society. Terming it a part of the government's commitment towards the development of all, the Prime Minister thanked all parties which supported the bill. Union Ministers Rajnath Singh, Smriti Irani and Harshvardhan and BJP President Amit Shah are among those who hailed the passage of the bill. The Lok Sabha also passed the Citizenship Amendment Bill. The bill seeks to amend the Citizenship Act 1955 to make illegal migrants who are Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhists, Jains, Parsis and Christians from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan eligible for citizenship. Under the 1955 Act, one of the requirements for citizenship by naturalization is that the applicant must have resided in India during the last 12 months and for 11 of the previous 14 years. The bill relaxes this 11-year requirement to 6 years for persons belonging to all the 6 religions from the 3 countries. Replying to a debate on the bill, Home Minister Rajnath Singh said,
माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटीज के माइग्रेंट्स की संकटपूर्ण परिस्थितियों से निवारण करना। ये अब ऐसे लोग हैं जो धार्मिक उत्पीड़न के कारण भारत में शेल्टर लेने के लिए मजबूर हुए। इस संशोधन विधेयक के कानून बन जाने के बाद ऐसे माइग्रेंट सिटीजनशिप प्राप्त करने के लिए अप्लाई कर सकेंगे और उनके आवेदन पर जो निर्धारित प्रोसेस है उसके अनुसार आवश्यक जांच पड़ताल के बाद राज्य सरकार की रिकमेंडेशन पर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट नागरिकता प्रदान करने का भी निर्णय कर ले।
Mr. Rajnath Singh said the bill is not just for Assam but for other states too. Earlier, moving the bill, Mr. Singh said the government is committed for National Register of Citizens, NRC. The Lok Sabha was adjourned sine die yesterday. The sitting of the House during the winter session of Parliament began on the 11th of last month. In her valedictory reference, Speaker Sumitra Mahajan said the lower house passed a total of 16 bills, including the Constitution 124th Amendment Bill, the Citizenship Amendment Bill, the Muslim Women Protection Bill, and the DNA Technology Use and Application Regulation Bill. The House sat for over 48 hours to dispose of the business. The government has extended the winter session of the Rajya Sabha by a day till today. The Supreme Court has set up a 5-judge constitution bench to hear the Ram Janmabhoomi Babri Masjid land title dispute case. The bench would be headed by Chief Justice Ranjan Gogoi and comprise Justices S.A. Bobde, N.V. Ramana, U.U. Lalit and D.Y. Chandrachud. The Constitution Bench is scheduled to hear the matter from tomorrow. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. You can also log on to our website newsonair.nic.in. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Solapur in Maharashtra and Agra in Uttar Pradesh today to launch several development projects. Mr. Modi will first head to Solapur, where he will dedicate to the nation the 4-laned Solapur-Tuljapur-Usmanabad section of National Highway 211. This will help improve connectivity of Solapur with the Marathwada region. More from our correspondent.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will dedicate to the nation the 58 kilometers 4-lane Solapur-Tuljapur-Usmanabad section of National Highway number 211. The project is part of larger project for 4-laning of 98 kilometers Solapur-Yedishi section of National Highway at cost of 972 crore rupees. PM had laid the foundation of this project in 2014. Mr. Modi will also lay foundation stone of 30,000 houses under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. This will primarily benefit poor homeless people like rag pickers, rickshaw drivers, textile workers and BD workers. In keeping with his vision of Swachh Bharat, the Prime Minister will dedicate underground sewerage system and 3 sewerage treatment plants in Solapur. Nitin Kelkar, AIR News, Pune.
Later in the day, Mr. Modi will launch the Ganga Jal program and other developmental projects in Agra. The Prime Minister will also address a public gathering at Kothi Meena Bazar in the city. A report.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi will launch and lay foundational stone for 31 developmental projects worth around 3,900 crore rupees. The projects include the long-awaited Ganga Jal project, which will improve water supply in Agra. Besides, FN Medical College in Agra will be updated at the cost of 200 crore rupees. This will provide better health and maternity care for the weaker section of the society. The integrated command and control center for Agra Smart City will help to develop Agra as a modern world-class smart city. MS Yadav, AIR News, Agra.
The Information and Broadcasting Ministry has hiked advertisement rates for print media by 25%. The new rates will be valid for a period of 3 years. They will be over and above the existing rate structure for advertisement in print media by the Bureau of Outreach and Communication. An official release said the decision has been taken based on recommendations of the 8th Rate Structure Committee constituted by the ministry. The ministry said the decision will especially benefit medium and small newspapers in regional and vernacular languages. The last such revision was made in 2013. The Reserve Bank of India released guidelines on tokenization for various card transactions, including from debit and credit cards yesterday. Tokenization, which aims at improving safety and security of the payment system, refers to replacement of actual card details with a unique alternate code called the token. Instead of using actual card details, this token is used to perform card transactions in the contactless mode at point of sale, that is POS terminals, and quick response or QR code payments. The Patna High Court has issued notice to all ex-chief ministers of Bihar taking suo motu cognizance of the allotment of government bungalows for life. A division bench of Chief Justice A.P. Shah and Justice Anjana Mishra issued notices to the ex-CMs asking why should these allotments not be quashed. The next date of hearing is scheduled for the 11th of next month. India is hopeful of complete operationalization of the Chabahar port in the Sistan-Baluchistan province of Iran soon. Iran Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zafir, who is in India, met Road Transport and Highway Minister Nitin Gadkari in New Delhi yesterday. Talking to media after the meeting, Mr. Gadkari said he and Mr. Zafir had a good discussion with regard to the Chabahar port, and the two countries are working very hard on its operationalization.
We had good discussion with Honorable Minister related with Chabahar port. We are already received in Chabahar first ship from Brazil. This is the first thing where we start the activities with the help of Iranian operator.
The Iran foreign minister hoped that India will seek another waiver from US sanctions to continue buying its crude oil, noting that it is the world's fastest growing major economy's most reliable energy provider. US President Donald Trump has demanded funding for the US-Mexico border wall to halt what he said is a growing humanitarian and security crisis. In his first television address to the nation from the Oval Office, Mr. Trump demanded $5.7 billion for a steel barrier on the Mexico border. The second edition of Khelo India Youth Games officially begins in Pune in Maharashtra this evening. Sports Minister Rajyavardhan Rathore and Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis will attend a virtual torch ceremony at the Shri Shiv Chhatrapati Sports Complex in the evening. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the event through a video message. Our correspondent has details.
More than 9,000 players from various states will participate in 18 different events at the Games. Star shooter Manu Bhakar, who won a gold at the Youth Olympics, Saurabh Chaudhary as well as weightlifter Jeremy Lalnirunga will be among the cream of India's youth sporting talent competing at the Games. 3 10-year-old athletes, footballer Pratima Kumar from Jharkhand, hockey player Laltan Changi from Mizoram and West Bengal's 10-meter air rifle shooter Abhinav Shaw will pick up their first experience of competing in a large-scale multidiscipline event. The hockey tournament for boys is already started in Mumbai from Monday. With Nitin Kelkar, this is Sabi Hassan Khan for AIR News.
And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Saira Mujtaba.
Thank you, Gunmala. The Lok Sabha passing unanimously a landmark bill to provide 10% reservation in jobs and education for the general category poor yesterday is given prominence in this morning's press. Lok Sabha passes 10% EWS quota bill to face Rajya Sabha test today is the top headline of the Asian Age. The Pioneer adds that the HRD Ministry yesterday convened a meeting to work out modalities for implementing the 10% reservation in higher educational institutions by increasing the number of seats available. Another landmark, though contentious bill passed by the Lok Sabha yesterday was the Citizenship Bill. The Asian Age reports that the bill seeks to grant Indian citizenship to non-Muslims from Bangladesh, Pakistan and Afghanistan, thereby providing succor to persecuted Hindus, Jains, Christians, Sikhs, Buddhists and Parsis from these neighbouring countries. Home Minister Rajnath Singh said they have no place to go to except India. Supreme Court reinstates Alok Verma as CBI Director but clips his wings is the top headline in The Hindu. The Indian Express adds that the bench headed by Chief Justice of India Ranjan Gogoi made it clear that the issue of Alok Verma's divestment was still open and asked him not to take any major policy decision. Mail Today reports that the Reserve Bank of India yesterday set up a high-level committee under Infosys founder and Aadhaar architect Nandan Nilekani to recommend measures for strengthening the safety and security of digital payments in the country. And to conclude, an excerpt from the Times of India. In a first, the skeletal remains of a young man and woman have been excavated at the Harappan settlement of Rakhigari in Haryana, about 150 kilometers from Delhi. There's evidence that both were buried simultaneously. An earlier and similar burial was considered by experts to be an instance of a widow's sacrifice following her husband's death. And with that, it's back to you, Gunmala.
Thank you, Saira. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Lok Sabha passes the Constitution 124th Amendment Bill 2019 to provide 10% quota in jobs and education for economically weaker sections in the general category. Prime Minister Narendra Modi calls it a landmark moment in the nation's history. Lok Sabha also passes the Citizenship Amendment Bill. Prime Minister to launch several development projects at Solapur in Maharashtra and Agra in Uttar Pradesh today. Information and Broadcasting Ministry hikes advertisement rates for print media by 25%. And the second edition of the Khelo India Youth Games begins in Pune this evening. And with that we end the morning news. Have a great day.